This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. I need to warn you, the video you are about to watch has been rated IC60 plus for interactive content in excess of 60 minutes. If you are not emotionally prepared for all the hi hellos that are about to come and a full hour of distractions, Weight Watchers or WW ideas and friendly content, hit stop now. I repeat, this is your only warning. Do not proceed further if you are not ready. But if you're like me and you like to make new friends on your weight loss journey, this is the video for you. We will be saying hi, hello, as this was filmed live. And if you ever get a chance to join us on Sunday nights, it's just over on the Facebook page, If You Have an Egg, a Weight Watchers Journey, although I guess now we need to change it to a WW Journey. But we would love to see you live over there so that we can say hi and hello. And if you're new, please do give us a shout out. Let us know that you're new and where you're from so that we can all greet you. Also, pay attention, running across the bottom right now is some important information that you need for how to join us in other social media areas, how to get this free, how to watch this on demand, and how to make sure that you are always notified when we have a new chat come up. And more importantly, read across the bottom. Right now, our affiliate links, which include discounts, are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Check those out. We get some great deals for the Egg Lady and for the Egglets. I hope you enjoy the at least 60 minutes of free weight loss journey content and that you will subscribe so that you can always be notified when we're coming up, and that you will share with another weight loss journey buddy, a WW member who needs some help, and so we can help each other along this journey. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Please comment below. Hope to see you Sunday. Hello and happy Sunday. It's Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it's time for another one of our live chats. Today is Sunday, and it is November the 18th, and this is WW Wellness Workshop number 98. 98, crazy. It's just crazy. But this one is number 98, and it is entitled Eat Mindfully. Gee, how convenient that is that WW Weight Watchers brings up the Eat Mindfully chat or a topic just a few days before the U.S. Thanksgiving. Hello, Michelle. So how many of you all are in the U.S. and how many are in Canada? And when is Canadian Thanksgiving? I never can remember. It's not the same day. And what are y'all thinking anyway? We're doing the Pilgrims. Are y'all saying thanks for Pilgrims? Hello, Claudine. Hello, Carol Lou. And hey, Lynn. So yeah, I may have just started a topic that I didn't want to get into. Hello, Wanda. Oh, and for everybody who's asking about my mom, and hello, Kim. She is, hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. She is in the hospital. She does have pneumonia. Thank you all for checking in on her. Thank you, Melissa. Hello, Melissa, and thank you for checking on my mom. Hello, Kathy. She does have pneumonia. She was chatty. Kathy, when I was there. Hello, Sylvia, and thank you. When I was there earlier, and my brother got her to get up for a little bit. Hello, Sherry from, Connecticut's Sherry is in the house. I just got that. Yeah. Yep. And Michelle is in Ohio. Awesome. Yeah. Hello, Kathy. But anyway, so she's doing as well as she can be. Hello, Jen in Boston, for someone who has pneumonia. So yeah, it's as, it's as good as she can be. Hello, Jenny from Boston as well. Oh my gosh, so it's Jen and Jenny, and that's two different people? That's so weird. Hello, Loretta, and aloha, Kathy. And Kim says Thanksgiving in Canada is in October. Oh, well, y'all are already done. You can have two. Hello, Inez. And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. I know, 98. Oh my gosh, yeah, OMG, sure. Yeah, seriously. And hello, Janet. Hello, Cynthia. And hello, Betty from Memphis. Hello, Iris. Yeah, hello, everybody. So, yeah, Lynn, yeah, we've figured that out. It's in October. That's crazy. And Shirley just returned from a week of cruising in the Bahamas. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, and Wanda says happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And hello, Sylvia from Canada. Yeah, and Casey, you were way off. And thank you, Loretta's checking on mom. Yep, and hello, Jen. Jen says her life has been crazy. Yeah, and this is a good time to get to this meeting. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so hello, Diane. So if you're watching this live with us, it is November. Hello, Roberta, and hello, Sharon from another Canadian. No, from Great Britain. Sharon is from Great Britain, I think is at the UK flag. Hello, Kathy from South Carolina. Mom is doing okay. Oh, and Connie, happy 50th birthday. Happy birthday to you. And hello, Sherry. We should all sing to Connie, and it would be really bad. Yeah. And Melissa says, I bet you're beat it. Did you have some time to relax? A little bit, yeah. And hey, Rosie from California. Okay, Rosie, are you in the part of California that's still together? Hello, Tamara, and hello, Star. I know. And good evening, April. So I hope you are. But today is Sunday, November the 18th. It's already halfway through, a little over halfway through November. That's absolutely crazy. And I hope I said November just a second ago. Hello, my Christy. Anyway, so yeah. So it's already shaping up to be a crazy holiday. Hello, Jen. It would not be Thanksgiving and or Christmas if we did not have a parent headed to the hospital. A parent or a grandparent headed to the hospital. So yeah, I don't know. Thanksgiving and Christmas just seem to be their times to go. But anyway, Mom is doing, she's doing okay. And yeah, she's doing, you know, as well as you can be with pneumonia. So I did not feel bad about leaving her though, because she had like 2 antibiotic bags hooked up to her and her feeding tube. And they were trying to get her to eat. And she seemed happy and she seemed well. Hello, Evie from Texas. So, I mean, you know, as well as you can be. Hello, Beth. So I felt pretty good about leaving, and my brother went. And of course, my brother tried out the new frozen yogurt machine that they had. It was so weird. Hello, Janice. And Janice made it to Texas for the winter. Yeah, I know. I know. So anyway, in case he says I can't follow that tradition, not trying to. Yeah, don't want to. So, oh, and Lola's having to downsize her membership to online. So she's hoping that this works, and she's worried. So if y'all could give her some advice, any of you online only people, that would be awesome. So anywho, we've got to get rolling because we do have a lot to talk about. Hello, Popsicle. Of course, I'll say that every single week. But hey, hello to everybody. Hello, Tedders. Very good to see you. So if you're watching this later, if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Or if you're watching it later on our blog, that's ifyouhaveanegg.com. Or let's see, where else? Or if you're watching it later here on Facebook, if you don't want to see the hi hellos, if you skip to about 10 minutes, we're usually pretty much wrapped up with it, you know, by 10 minutes. Hello, Sandy. But if you'd like to say hello, I would love to say hello back. And if it's your first time watching, oh, and thank you, Kathy, thank you very much. And April, you've been sick like the last 3 weeks. April, you've got to get better. And hello, Margaret. And Janice, don't you love autocorrect? Isn't it a wonderful, wonderful thing? Yeah. And thank you all for giving the advice on the online. Anyway, oh yeah, and Sylvia noticed that the blessed picture was up. So John, they already noticed it. John's home. John is home. He wasn't supposed to be here. And hello, another Kathy. So, yeah, he got it up. He got it up there for me. I'm not going to tell you how he got it up there. It was not pretty and looked a little sketchy, dangerous, but it's up there. He got it done. Hello, Margaret. He got it done. So, yeah, it is up there, and it is a permanent... The blessed sign, anyway, the stuff in front of it will continue to change. Hello, Cassie. And hello, Lisa. It's her first time watching from New Smyrna Beach. Hello, Lisa. Everybody tell Lisa hello. Hello, Irma. Yeah, so that'll be staying up there. So thank you to John. And look, and we're a little crooked. Are we crooked? Hold on. I'll try to straighten this up a little bit. There now. Now maybe we're not so crooked. But, yeah, and hello, Patsy. So anyway, so hello, everyone. Hello, Linda. Today is 48. Can you believe? I'm 48. Is 98. 98. So it's chat number 98. It's absolutely crazy to me. And John tried to figure out some way that chat number 100 would be when we were back at Disney again. But alas, that's not going to work out. So yeah, sorry. So chat number 100 is not going to be at, hello, Rosie, new egglet. Oh, and Barbara says we needed a ladder next to the camper. Because we have a ladder there. Yes. At the camper. But, okay, and Lynn, it must be cold in Texas because y'all are complaining about the cold. It was cold here in Tennessee last week, but we finally got it, we got to warm up this week, so that was awesome. And, yep, and today is Mickey Mouse's birthday, too. It's his 90th birthday. So, yeah, too bad we couldn't either have the 90th chat. Hello, Marlene. Too bad we couldn't have either the 90th chat on Mickey's 90th birthday, or that we couldn't have had the 100th chat while we're at Disney. So yeah, crazy. And hello, Stacy. So today is November the 18th. And I will be sipping on tea today instead of on my normal water because we have been run ragged today. Yeah, trying to take care of Nana at the hospital and everything else that we had to get done. Yeah, and thank you all for the love bucks. Thank you for sending the hearts and the thumbs ups. Okay, so let's get going. Oh, Michelle wants to know how much Mickey gets on Social Security. Yeah, and Mickey is 90, yeah. And if you follow Pixie Dust and Points over on Instagram, she was putting up pictures from the celebration, and Orlando Debbie, hello, she was there. What? You got to go to the party? That is not fair at all, Orlando Debbie. Not fair at all. Yeah, we should have gone. Okay. Anyway, so again, it is November the 18th. 98th chat, 98. It's just still, you know, insane to me. And again, thank you to everyone who was asking about Nana. She, you know, I think she's in the best care right now. And thank you to the ladies at Island Home who spotted it so quickly and got her over there. They called me kind of frantic. They were like, okay, you know, something's not right. Hello, Carla, something's not right. So we're doing a culture and we're doing our white count, you know, and whatever. Yeah, so anyway, so they got her rushed over there. But, so thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for that. So let's get cracking because it's already 10 after 8 and we do have a whole lot to talk about because something kind of special is coming up Thursday. Is there anything y'all can think of? And Michelle, I feel like Casey told me that Mickey's name was Mortimer before, but I'm not sure. And hello, Celine from South Georgia. I feel like Casey told me that. And Saturday, or yesterday at work, she was rambling off a lot of Disney statistics, like not statistics, but like name things that I didn't realize, like relationship things. And it was so weird. And April's exactly right. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Yeah, so if you have been under a rock or if you don't live in the United States, maybe you don't know that it's Thanksgiving. But for those of us in the United States, Thursday is Thanksgiving. And Melissa's exactly right. Gobble, gobble. So no gobble gobbling this year. So I think it's ironic, not, that WW would plan the Eat Mindfully topic for this week. Yeah, like Casey says, Minnie's name is actually Minerva. Anyway, we're not going to get sidetracked on all the Disney stuff, or we'll have to start doing a Disney chat, which could happen. Just kidding. But who attended their workshop last week? So who sat their bottom in a little chair? Hello, Mary. Who sat their bottom in a little chair last week? And hey, Laura. So who sat their bottom in a little chair last week and attended a workshop? I got to go back last week. You know, I missed the week before that, so I do not have a weekly from the week before that. But last week, who sat their bottom in a little chair and attended a meeting? Give me a thumbs up. If you sat your bottom in a chair, and y'all are already skipping ahead. Yeah, and if you did both, if you attended with us here live last week, or if you did both, if you sat your bottom in a chair and you attended live, let's see some hearts. And Jen's exactly right. She's not gonna gobble till she wobbles. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Ooh, and Carla lost 4.4 pounds. Awesome. Yay. Good. That was worth going to your workshop, wasn't it? Oh, and Laura Lynn twice. She sat in a chair. Awesome. Yeah, so, okay, if you attended your physical workshop, let's see. Oh, I missed one of them. I missed something. Sorry, I'll have to come back and look at it later. But if you sat your bottom in a chair and went to a physical workshop, or if you attended with us last week, or both, here are your Bravo stickers. Yeah, awesome, awesome, ladies. Lots and lots of Bravo stickers. Yep, good job, ladies. Good job. Looks like lots of y'all. There are lots of, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, or on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. You can't see all the thumbs ups and the hearts flying by, but let's just say there's a lot of them. So a lot of y'all, lots and lots and lots of Bravo stickers. Like, let's make sure there's enough on this roll. Lots of Bravo stickers. Good job. Good job, ladies. Do y'all remember what the topic was last week? Do you remember what we talked about last week? And then more importantly, what was your homework for last week? I did not get posted a lot, and you're welcome, Kathy. I did not see a lot of thank you, Laura. I did not see a lot of homework done last week. Were you all afraid? Were y'all afraid I was going to throw a wrench at you? So who did their homework? Who remembers what the homework was? Anybody? Anybody remember? Y'all were supposed to dodge something, either dodge, dip, duck, dive, or dodge something. Yeah. Oh, and Kathy added one, dart. Dodge, dodge, dive, or dart. So what did y'all do last week? Who did their homework? Oh, and Janice, I know Janice says I'm a bad girl, I don't even remember. Don't worry about it, because every single week when I go to my workshop and she says, what did we talk about last week? Then I go and I always sit there and think, I don't know. I can't even remember what we talked about last week. And we had a live chat. So why can I not remember what we talked about? It's so silly. And Lynn's exactly right. Dodging. Yep, dodge. So did anybody dodge well, yeah, Wanda didn't go to the buffet to eat. So yes, you dodged a moment. And Virginia's a newbie. Yeah, but she's been a member since October of 2017. Hello, Virginia. Welcome. Yep, Sylvia dodged homemade chocolate chip cookies. I remember that. I remember seeing that. Yeah, you're one of the few people that posted it. Yep, and Tamara remembered this the week before about sleep. I know, because everybody wants the sleep one. Yeah, everybody wants the sleep one. We need to have one about memory or something, because apparently we all need some help. Okay, so for you ladies who dodged something, like if you dodged a red light food or a red light situation, oh, Cassie dodged 2 slices of pizza at an event. Ooh, she budgeted for 1 piece and had her salad with her own dressing. Awesome. Yeah, so Cassie gets an extra Bravo sticker just for that. That's awesome. And wants to know what sleep. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, and Lynn dodged Dairy Queen after her doctor visit. Awesome. Great. Oh, Loretta dodged the negative people at work. Okay, that's perfect. That was a non-food related, but kind of sort of food related one. So bravo. Yeah, Betty dodged some donuts at work. Awesome. Yep, Virginia had a potluck at work. Yeah, Michelle dodged a chip party. Good job. So bravo stickers to everybody that did their homework last week. Good job, everybody. Good job. So just remember, so if you're coming up on a situation where you just don't, where you think, oh gosh, I don't know, what am I going to do? You can dodge it, you can dip into your weeklies if you want to. You can dodge the whole situation, or you can dip into your weeklies. You can dive. I don't remember what all we said, but hello, Cheyenne. Oh, and Marianne dodged the negative people at work too. Very good. Good. Jen dodged some negativity. Good job. So yeah, just remember to do your dodges. Just dodge, dip, duck, dive, or dodge. And April, you don't need to dodge Thanksgiving and your birthday. You don't need to dodge both of those. But that's awesome, ladies. Awesome. Don't forget to always tag me in your homework. So this week, because we have a lot to talk about for Thanksgiving, because we're going to talk a little bit about Turkey Day. The first half, like usual, the first half is going to be our meeting topic. So last week, this week, and then the second half is going to be the fluff, and the fluff is all going to be about Turkey Day. So I'm going to keep talking. You all keep telling me what you did to dodge, dip, duck, dive, or dodge. And I'm going to talk about this week's meeting. So I did not have a weekly from last week because I missed last week. Because I was having my sleep study and I passed. So thank you to everyone who asked. I did pass, and I'm a much happier camper now because I did pass that. But this week our topic was eat mindfully, and yeah. So again, it's the week of Thanksgiving. So good job, WW, with reminding us to eat mindfully the week of Thanksgiving of U.S. Thanksgiving. So eat mindfully. Not gonna lie, their meeting notes or whatever from the weekly, they were fine. They were just okay. So I made it my own. They were just, I don't know. It wasn't really anything I could get, excited about. I mean, most of the time I do not have an opportunity to clock my dinner and to make it last longer, or any of my meals and to make them last longer, or to follow the slowest person, because I am the slowest person, even though I do, end up consuming, a lot of points sometimes. I am the slowest person, so that wasn't really, helpful. But yeah, having a stopwatch, I don't know, they just weren't that helpful for me. So I made it my own. I want to read you this first though. I found this online, the Center for Mindful Eating. Yeah, the Center for Mindful Eating defines mindful eating as, and Rosie, we're going to do a little bit different than the paper plate activity. We're close. It's going to be close to the paper plate, but it's a little bit different this year because we did the paper plate last year. So the Center for Mindful Eating defines mindful eating as allowing yourself to become aware of the positive and nurturing opportunities that are available. Oh, wait. we didn't have the picture of the plate this year. Okay, Lynn's saying, did you realize we didn't have the picture of the plate this year for the first time in years? Yeah, you're exactly right, Lynn. I know, and I skipped the paper plate too, but I did something just a little bit different. But allowing yourself to become aware of the positive and nurturing opportunities that are available through food selection and preparation by respecting your inner wisdom. Hello, Marlene from Florida. So did y'all think, if you've never thought about that, allowing yourself to become aware of the positive and nurturing opportunities. It's not just food. It's not just food. Interesting. Yeah, it can be a positive and nurturing opportunity. So we spend all this time trying to avoid food or trying to avoid, thinking food is bad and thinking that we're, that there's something wrong with us because we want to eat all the time or because of the, types of things that we eat. But I've never really stopped to think about it like that. It can be a positive and nurturing opportunity that's available through food selection and preparation. And honestly, since I've been doing this, my food preparation, the level of satisfaction has gone through the roof. They also say using all your senses in choosing to eat food that is satisfying to you and nourishing your body. Laura, hello darling, can somebody explain the paper plate to Laura? So she was a new member in May, and hello Lacey, you're not late. But mindful eating is also using all your senses and choosing to eat food that is satisfying to you and nourishing to your body. All of your senses. So that's your eyes, like making a pretty plate. It's your olfactory, your smell, smelling the food, tasting the food, maybe feeling the food. Some foods have a certain texture, or a certain, feeling to them. So, enjoying all that, even hearing. So, if you eat something that's crunchy, maybe sit and enjoy, the crunchy noise, or if it's supposed to be crunchy and it's not, and you realize, oh, that doesn't sound crunchy. Wait, does it even taste right? And maybe not eat it or slow down. They also said acknowledging responses to food like likes, hello Susie, likes, dislikes, or neutral without judgment. So, and hello Angelia. So if you like a food, you don't have to be judged about it, judged on it. If you dislike a food or if you're just neutral about it, there's no judgment. There's no judgment there. And the last thing they said was becoming aware of physical hunger and satiety cues to guide when you begin and end eating. Nowhere does it say eat without any distractions. So what they're saying is we don't have to be completely void of distractions, but we need to try and use all of our senses, and we need to, learn how to enjoy it. So I'm going to say my 5-step guide to mindful eating, and y'all are skipping way ahead already talking about the paper plate, but it's okay because y'all need to help the new people. But my 5-step guide to mindful eating. Okay, I want to show you a couple of things. So this may be foreign to some of you. So what is this? What is this object right here? What do I have in my hand? Does anybody know what this is? Anybody? And y'all are a little bit delayed for me, delayed to me, whatever. So does anybody know what this object is? It's a plate. Exactly, darling. It's a plate. Virginia, yes, exactly. It's a plate. So I think that might be foreign to some of you all, that concept. Also, what is this? Yeah, it's a remote control. And what is this? It's a fork. So my 5-step guide to mindful eating. One, actually it's a small plate, Sylvia. So I know this seems like a big plate, doesn't it? It's not even quite a 9-inch plate. Hey Sherry. So it's not even quite a 9-inch plate. But my number one guide to mindful eating is, the Egg Lady's guide to mindful eating is eat on a real plate. So you don't have to have a lot of plates. Hello, Tag. You don't have to have a lot of plates. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but eat on a real plate. Don't just stand around and eat out of a container. So even when we get food that comes in a container, I try to take it out and put it on a real plate. When we get pizza, I take it out and I put it on a plate. When we get, if we get takeout, I put it on a plate. If we get, if I get, and my Christy just said kitchen table is a foreign territory. Yeah, so you just totally distracted me. But yeah, so if I get a frozen meal, I don't just eat it in that container. I mean, nobody likes to eat a frozen meal out of that little plastic black container that they've got it in. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that little black container is supposed to make it seem like it's more food or whatever, but it doesn't work on me. So I usually go ahead, and I don't eat a lot of those frozen prepared meals anymore, but I usually try to, go ahead and cook something else to go with it. Hello, Marlene, like some extra broccoli or some peas or something, or green beans, and then put it in there and then add it. So, maybe you can, let's see, we still have this over here. I keep this out here every week. So maybe you could hashtag bulk it up. Yeah, so if you've got, a frozen meal, don't just eat it out of the little container. Go ahead and put it onto a plate and go ahead and add something to it. Hashtag bulk it up with some other things. And, bulk it up some some veggies or something, or maybe cut up an apple and have it, with that. And actually treat it like a meal, even if you only have a few minutes. So, and eat it with a fork. Don't just stand and chug out of the container. I mean, I've seen people turn a yogurt cup up, and just try to eat it. So how about use a plate and a fork? Enjoy the company and the conversation. Sometimes the meal is not all about the food. Good job, Laura. And sometimes the meal isn't all about the food. Sometimes it's about the people that you chose to dine with. Sometimes it's about the theme of a restaurant, or like if you went somewhere special that has like a story behind it, or like a lot of places now are putting the story of how it came to be. They're putting that along the walls and things. Sometimes the food is not the only reason that you went there. It's to enjoy some conversation, to talk to some other people, to talk to some people that you don't see every single day. So sometimes it is the people you chose to dine with, the theme of the restaurant, or maybe just the journey to get there. So, an adventure to get to wherever you're going. That's my second. That's my number 2. Number 3, turn off the TV. So this little thing right here, guess what? This button right here, that turns it off. So that turns off the TV. That one right there, just in case y'all had forgotten what that was. That one right there turns it off. So turn off the TV and social media. So you need to spend at least one meal a day. And good job, Marlene, for bulking it up. You need to have, at least one meal a day where it's just sitting and eating and chatting or enjoying something else. Oh gosh, and Laura says, what if you were with family who are not nice? Then I don't know, then go off in your happy place and and think about something else. Or how about, do you have to eat with those family members? Yeah, because that one's that's a sticky one. But unless this is like dinner with a movie, because there are some of those now where the movie theaters have serve dinner. Okay, that would be different because you paid to watch a movie with your dinner. But try and even like Bonnie says, the TV is her dinner companion because she lives alone. How about you sit at a real table though? And just get away from the TV for 5 minutes, and just eat and enjoy your food. I'm not saying you have to have no distractions, but the TV, how many times have you looked down at your plate and you thought, where did that go? Where did that food even go? I mean, there's been lots of times where if we left a pizza on the end of our island, we just went by and, ate a piece, did something else, watched some TV, watched somebody, a touchdown or whatever, walk by, ate another piece, walk by, ate another piece, and then you turn around and you go, where did it go? I don't even know where it went. So, if you can be mindful about your food, like if you can enjoy your food and actually enjoy it while you're watching TV, okay, then maybe, but I'm going to say, try to turn it off. Turn off your devices. So I promise all the funny cat videos they're going to be there when you get back. I promise. And I'm not saying you have to spend an hour eating a meal, by yourself, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just sit down, be quiet, enjoy the meal, think about it, if you do have some company, just, enjoy your company. Or if it's grandkids, enjoy watching them eat, because I'm serious, they savor everything like it's the first time they've ever had it. Because sometimes it is the first time they've ever had it. So think about it. What if you were gonna, okay, bye Casey. She said Alyssa's a wild child, so she's got to go. Alyssa's like pulling up and starting to move around. So it's gonna get crazy at Casey's house real soon. Yeah, so I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, so and number 4, no machine gun eating. So no no putting the next bite, you know, like you put one bite in your mouth and then go to get the next bite, and you're still chewing the first bite and you've already got the next bite ready, and the next bite ready, and the next bite ready, and the next bite ready. Don't do that. Put your fork down, chew the first bite, think about how it tastes, you know, feel it in your mouth, you know, enjoy it, set the fork down, then pick it up, get another bite, put it in your mouth, set it down. No machine gun, no reloading before you've even unloaded the first one. And then number 5, set a place. So, and thank you guys for reminding me of the time. So set a place. You know, everybody's grandmother, as far as I know, in the South they did anyway, everybody's grandmother used to set the table for every single meal. It didn't matter what we were doing, it didn't matter what we were having. If we were having a sandwich and chips, that table was set, and you either sat at the table, or we did have TV trays, but you had a TV tray with a plate, you know. So it was it was a plate. I mean, it was still a meal. So, you know, and your grandmother didn't do that for no reason. And even if you're dining alone, sit down, use a real plate, use a fork, use a real spoon, use a real bowl, you know, if it's something that you need to eat a bowl out of. Pretend like you're an adult human. Yeah, so we all need to pretend like we're adult humans and that we're not a gazelle or some other animal that's at the watering hole trying to hurry up and get, you know, whatever it is, water or whatever, into your mouth before the crocodile jumps up and gets you. You know, we're adult humans, and unless you're sitting on the floor eating with your grandchild or whatever, try to give yourself a little bit of dignity and sit at a spot, and yeah, and eat like a human. Eat like a real human. Okay, so it's already almost 8:30. I'm already exhausted, so we're gonna wrap up with our homework here and move on to Turkey Day. So your homework for this week is to set a place setting and sit at the table like a real human, like an actual human, and enjoy one meal. I'm not asking you to do it 3 times a day for 7 days. One time out of the next 7 days, I want you to set a place. Doesn't have to be fancy. I heard some people say, you know, they even like have a little, you know, for one meal a week they have a candle or, you know, or something special, you know, while they're eating. But for one meal this week, I want you to set a place and then sit there like a human and enjoy one meal, and let me know if it makes any difference. And if it doesn't, you know, we'll try to figure that out later, but I want you to do it one time. And that's your homework for this week. So how many of you think, give me a thumbs up if you think that you can get your homework done this week. And thank you all for the love backs. Thank you for the thumbs ups and the hearts. I do appreciate them. We do love them. And we'll tell Casey about them later. So, okay, that's a lot of thumbs ups. Yep, Sherry says she's in. Yep, Michelle always sets a place for herself. So Michelle, you've already done your homework for the week. Very good. Lacey's gonna do it. Loretta's gonna do it. Good job, good job. Sylvia's in. Good job. Yeah, a lot of y'all are in. Good job, Rhonda. So don't forget to tag me. If you're on Instagram, just tag, and Barbara's in. You're gonna tag If You Have an Egg. On Instagram, JJ's in. And here you're gonna tag, if you're here on Facebook on the page, Marianne's in, Rosie's in, yep. You're gonna tag here on the Facebook page, you're just going to tag If You Have an Egg again. And if you're in our closed group, then you're going to tag Kelly Green Milligan. And if you are on doing this on WW Connect, if you're doing it on Connect, then you're going to tag Scrap and Stamp too. Don't ask. Hello, Stacy. So good job. Good job. So I want to see everybody's homework and I want y'all to tag me, okay? Looks like a lot of you all are in. There's still a lot of thumbs ups coming, and I'm seeing a lot of comments with thumbs ups. Yeah. So very good. Okay. So if you were just here for the meeting portion, you are dismissed and you can go on about your life. And if you were here for the meeting and for the fluff, it's time to start the fluff, then we're going to start that right now. Let me get another sip of tea and then we'll start. So the fluff for this week. The fluff for this week is, now that all those other people are gone, just kidding. The fluff for this week is Turkey Day. So if you're in the United States, it's Thursday. In case you hadn't realized this, it's on Thursday. If you're in Canada, sorry, you already had it because apparently it was in October. But you can still, you can still take a lesson from this. And if you're in another country besides the United States or Canada, you can always use these ideas. So they're great ideas. Okay, so we talked about this last year, real quick. Thanksgiving is the #1 day that food is consumed in the United States. Number one day. And last year I asked, do you know what number 2 is? Do you know what the number 2 day is? That, yeah, and you're right, Tedder, some fluff and sweet potatoes would be awesome. You know what the number 2 day is for food consumption in the United States? So number 1 is Thanksgiving. What's number 2? And excuse me while I take my socks and shoes off. Sorry. Just getting a little toasty. Yep, Carol must have watched last year because she's cheating. Carol's cheating. It is. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. So Super Bowl Sunday, second highest consumption of food. Nope, Sylvia, it's the Super Bowl. Can you believe it? No, Tamara, Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday. Is that not crazy? Is that not insanity? Yeah, Super Bowl, second highest day. So if this is the first one, so Thanksgiving is the first one. So what are some things that you can do to plan ahead, you know, for your day? So eat breakfast. If you're gonna have, most people have Thanksgiving lunch or late lunch or dinner. Most people are not having Thanksgiving breakfast. Actually, I don't know. I've never met anybody that has Thanksgiving breakfast. So if you do it that way, you know, let me know, because I don't think I've ever met anybody that does it for breakfast. So most people, it's for lunch, late lunch, or early dinner, whatever you want to call it, or dinner. So be sure and eat breakfast. So load up on some zero Smart Point foods. You can do, you know, obviously you can do eggs. You can do non-fat plain Greek yogurt. There's lots of things that you can do. And don't forget to, while you're doing that, don't forget to hashtag bulk it up. While you're loading up for breakfast. So start your day. Don't forget to start it. You know, you're going to be ravenous if you wait until lunchtime, especially if it's late lunch. You're going to be ravenous if you don't eat anything before then. So always start your day. Make a plan. Are you going to track? Are you somebody that tracks during Thanksgiving, or are you going to? So some people are going ahead and pre-tracking. That's a great idea. Some people will track as they're eating. Some people are going to post-track, like they'll try to go back and recreate everything. And then some of us are just going to say, you know what? I'm not going to wear my buffet pants. You know, so I'm not going to wear my big buffet pants, and I'm just going to enjoy a little bit of everything, and not worry about it, and just move on. You know, because it's Thanksgiving Day. It's Thanksgiving Day, not Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving Day. So some of us are not, you know, are not even going to track. We're just going to use that, you know, we're just going to use moderation. I want to remind you about your tools. You should have gotten in your original WW pack, and I have, it's on one of our chats, and I'll have to go back and figure out which number it is, but you have some tools on your body, like your hand. You know, your cupped hand is approximately a cup. From here to here on your thumb is approximately a tablespoon. There's lots of other things that you can do with your hands, like the palm of your hand, or a deck of cards, but the palm of your hand is approximately 3 ounces of any kind of meat to help you track. You can also use some tools around your house, like if you're in charge, you can use some of your measuring things. Or you can use some of your measuring tools to kind of get an idea of what a serving size looks like before you get there, if it's not, you know, your house. So I have the set of Weight Watchers, or WW, they were Weight Watchers, serving spoons. So there's a ladle, and they are clearly marked. Like on the ladle, it says 1/4 of a cup. So this ladle is clearly marked 1/4 of a cup. The slotted spoon is marked 1/2 of a cup. So that's 1/2 of a cup. And then there's a solid spoon that's 1/2 of a cup. So, I use these when we're at home, and I'll post a link to 2 other kinds that I found. There's one that's shaped kind of like this ladle. It has like a little crimped handle that looks really, really neat on Amazon, and I found the link to that, and I'll share it with y'all after we get done with our chat. But it has a little like crimped handle, and so it'll sit by itself, but also the way the handle's crimped, it would hang on the side of a bowl or on the side of a pot or pan. And I can't really explain it. It has this little, I don't know, it's like this little ribbon looking thing, in the middle. But anyway, so it's really cool. So when we're eating here, I have this, I have these utensils so I can use them. Then this is my, see you later, April. Then this is my ice cream scoop, and it is 1/4 of a cup. And the way that you can tell that is, so like I filled this up with water, and then I poured it into a measuring cup to see how much it was, and it's 1/4 of a cup. So I know, you know, if I have my ice cream scoop, I can measure out 1/4 of a cup. Or I have other utensils at my house that I already know how much they are, like these little bowls. I got these at World Market, and you can tell I just washed it because water just came out. But I got these at World Market for like, I don't know, they were next to nothing. They were like 50 cents, maybe 60 cents, but they're 1/2 of a cup. And there's a lot of times it's 1/2 a cup to this line. So to that little line right there. And there are a lot of times that we'll put, you know, like I'll have a plate and then I'll use this, like if I want to only have like 1/2 a cup of macaroni and cheese, something that might be hard for me to stop, you know, at a serving. So like macaroni and cheese, excuse me, pasta salad, broccoli salad, you know, something like that that's a little bit harder for me to stop at, then I'll put this on my plate and I'll fill my plate up with 0 point things or lower point things, and then I'll only put the higher point something in this because it's just a nice little way to keep it, you know, off the plate from the rest of it, and it's already measured and nobody knows but you all that I'm measuring it. So take something, if you can practice before you go, like if you're going to somebody else's house, if you can practice before you go, take something like mashed potatoes or rice or something that'll stick together. We used to do Play-Doh at our WW meeting, and she hasn't done that in a while, but go ahead and measure it. So you could take like mashed potatoes or something and measure it in this, and this is 1/2 of a cup. And then put it on your plate and see how much that is, because that's big. I mean, this is 1/2 of a cup. 1/2 of a cup. A cup would be a whole lot, you know, and sometimes we think we're eating more at events like Thanksgiving than we really probably are. But so this one's 1/2 of a cup. But, you know, go ahead and practice just so you can kind of see what it looks like, you know, in case you don't want anybody else, you know, to see what you're doing. Do a smaller plate. So I want to show y'all this. So these are my dinner plates that I ordered. I don't know, years ago when we moved into the loft. This one is a 9-inch plate. So this little one that we were using a second ago is not quite a 9-inch plate. So that's a 9-inch plate. This is the size you need to be eating off of, if not smaller. This is an 11-inch plate. Look at this. Yeah, do not eat off of an 11-inch plate. This needs to be like a, what's it called? A charger, the thing that you put underneath your plate or something, because they're huge. So a 9-inch plate is plenty big enough. You do not need an 11-inch plate to eat your food off of. That is a recipe for disaster. So do not do that. Don't set yourself up for that. Eat off of a 9-inch plate or smaller. Also, if you can be last in line, you know, like if you're eating buffet style or, you know, family style, if you can be last in line, you know, by the time, you know, when you're first in line, everything's fresh and it's hot and it all smells good. And you're thinking, oh, that's grandma's, you know, whatever. You know, it's things that, you you only have, you know, at Thanksgiving maybe. And it all looks so good. And you're likely to get to grab your 11-inch plate, you know, and just go crazy. But if you'll wait and go towards the end of the line, by the time the baked beans are drug across the mashed potatoes and there's dabs of mashed potatoes in the turkey and, you know, and everything else, you might not eat as much. Plus, you're going to have some great conversation, you know, at the back of the line. So everybody at the back of the line is going to have plenty of time to talk, plenty of time to catch up, plenty of time to find out what's going on before they get up to the front of the line. You need to, last year we talked about taking a paper plate. So last year we took, and Tedder says the 11-inch plate looks like a serving platter on the screen. It's that big. I mean, it's like, it's this big. It's huge. We don't need to be eating off anything that's that big. Last year we talked about drawing on a paper plate. This year I used a different visual. And John had something out of one of these cups earlier, and he thought that he was supposed to add it back to the plate, so he had added another one, but I took it off. This year, I did this instead of so like all the years past at WW or Weight Watchers back then, and last year for our chat, we took a paper plate, and we drew on the paper plate and wrote what we were gonna have, I still think that's a great idea. And it's chat number 47, if I'm not mistaken. You can go back and watch that one, and I do show you how to draw on the paper plate, and I'll link that to this chat when we're done. But this one, I just wanted a little bit different, you know, a little bit different visual than just the writing on the paper plate. And thank you all for the love bucks so much. So what I did is I took all these little silicone baking cups, and each one of these, I'm not going to leave these on my plate. It's just a visual to help me to see where it's going to fit on my 9-inch plate when we have Thanksgiving on Thursday. Excuse me, these are all a 1/4 of a cup. So if I can just go through and think, okay, what are the things I want to make sure that I have? What are some things that I only get on Thanksgiving? I don't get it any other time of the year. I want to make sure that I, you know, if I don't eat anything else, that I get those, you know, and I get at least, you know, I can get a 1/4 of a cup, you know, of each one. A 1/4 of a cup is 4 tablespoons. So, and by a tablespoon, I mean a tablespoon, not a serving spoon. That is not a tablespoon. But so 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 of a cup. 2 tablespoons is 1/8 of a cup. So each one of these represents a 1/4 of a cup, and so that is 7/4 of a cup on this plate. 7/4 of a cup. So just keep that in mind as I'm talking. So, and I will post this, I will definitely post this on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com so that y'all can print this out. But here are just a few Thanksgiving items that show up, excuse me, that show up on a lot of plates. And I will go ahead and say, I'll read a lot of these, but we will probably wind up early tonight because having Nana at the hospital, I am exhausted. And you can tell by my voice, I'm already starting to down a little bit. So here are just a few items that show up at most every Thanksgiving dinner, I think. And if y'all make something funky and cool, let me know because I'd love to hear about that too. But this year, thanks to Freestyle, 3 ounces of turkey breast with no skin is 0 smart points. 0 Freestyle smart points. Yeah. So, and if you have it with skin, it's 2, 3, 4 smart points depending on which part you had of the turkey, and if you had the skin on it. So, and if you remove the skin, it brings the points way down, way down. 3 ounces of lean spiral ham is 2 smart points. Excuse me. 1/2 of a cup of mashed potatoes is approximately 4 smart points. So remember, each one of these is a 1/4 of a cup. So if you have grandma's special mashed potatoes, you know, if you only had a 1/4 of a cup, you know, it might be, you know, closer to, you know, 2 to 3 smart points. 1/2 a cup of stuffing or dressing, and we had a whole, Melissa made IfYouHaveAnEgg.com an app on her iPad. How do you do that? I don't know how you do that. But yay, good job. So tell the rest of us how to do it. But 1/2 a cup of stuffing or dressing, which would be 2 of these. So remember, 1/2 a cup would be 2 of these. That's a lot. It's, you know, especially if you're going to fill this up. But 1/2 a cup of stuffing or dressing, and we had this whole big debate last year about whether it was called stuffing or dressing. But that is approximately 6 smart points. 1/4 of a tofurkey, because that's what Nana had last year. 1/4 of a tofurkey is 6 smart points, and that's pretty big. 1 cup of green bean casserole is 7 smart points. Okay, a cup. That would occupy 4 of these spaces. That's a whole lot of green bean casserole. I'm thinking you can get by with 1/4 of a cup of green bean casserole, and that would be more like 2 smart points. So 2 smart points worth of green bean casserole in one of these, you know, little spots, and then move on to something else. Green beans, unless you're adding a lot of fat back to them, 0 smart points. And Cherie wants to know where to get the cups. You can get them on Amazon, and I will try my best to remember to include a link in the notes when we get done, or in the comments when we get done. Green beans, unless you're adding fat back to them, 0 smart points. So a great idea to fill one of these up, you know, with 0 point something like green beans. Mac and cheese, see, that one's a killer for me, and we don't usually have that at Thanksgiving, but a cup of macaroni and cheese is 10 smart points. Again, that's 4 of these. 4 of these. That's a whole lot of macaroni and cheese, a whole lot. So maybe you can have a 4th for like 2.5 smart points. You'll see 1/4 of a cup of turkey gravy is 1 smart point. 2 tablespoons of turkey gravy is 0. So if you can get by with just 2 tablespoons. A cup of winter squash, and a lot of us have been eating delicata squash and acorn squash and things like that. that's 0 smart points unless you add a lot of sugar and things to it, or marshmallows or something. You just have to count that. Giblet gravy, 1 tablespoon, is 1 smart point. I'm not eating giblets of anything, so I don't have to worry about that one. 1/4 cup of cranberry sauce. So prepared just cranberry sauce in a can, 1/4 cup. So two of these of cranberry sauce is, I lost it, hold on, is 6 smart points. Yeah, I'm thinking no. The girls over in the If You Have an Egg group, Denise in particular, they were talking about a cranberry relish that I wanted to make tonight to show you all, but Nana had other plans. Yeah, hers sounded a whole lot better, and it wasn't anywhere near 6 smart points. A sweet potato, a baked sweet potato, without a bunch of marshmallows and honey butter and all that stuff on it, is 4 smart points. A cup of sweet potato casserole, that's 4 of these. A whole cup is 7 smart points. I think you can get by with a 4th. I really do. Don't forget 2 teaspoons of oil and vinegar. It doesn't sound like much, but if you're adding that to your salad, that's 2 smart points. Here's the kicker. 5 ounces of wine. I don't drink, but 5 ounces of wine is 4 smart points. A 1/2 ounce of liquor, like brandy vodka or something like that, 3 smart points. 12 ounces of regular beer is 5 smart points. 12 ounces of light beer is 3 smart points. A 12-ounce Coke. So I'm not saying y'all need to start drinking, but a 12-ounce Coke is 9 smart points. What? So you could have a regular beer and a light beer. I'm not saying to start drinking, but you could for a Coke. So I'm thinking well, I don't drink soft drinks anyway, but I'm thinking no soft drinks this year. That's ridiculous. 9 smart points. Let's see, for 9 smart points, you could have a 1/2 cup of candied sweet potatoes plus a little smidge. So yeah, I'm thinking no Coke, no soft drinks this year. Okay, and I have to break your hearts. So a slice of pumpkin pie, and a slice of pumpkin pie is not this big, it's a slice, and I think a slice is like a 1/9 of a pie, and I don't know how you're supposed to get it cut into 9 pieces, but a slice of pumpkin pie is 14 smart points. A slice of apple pie is 16 smart points. A slice of sweet potato pie, which I've never had but I'd love to try, is 16 smart points. A slice of pecan pie. Sit down. Everybody sit down. I know. You're getting ready to pass out on me. A slice of pecan pie is 21 smart points. 21. Yeah. So how about a 1/2 slice? So what if you ate a 1/2 slice of pecan pie and then used those other 10.5 smart points for, some of the other things that were up here. So, some food that you can only get, once in a year. A whole piece of pecan pie is huge. I mean, that's big. It's a big piece. If you use a 9-inch plate, again, that's only placed, for 7 things. So you would be, I think everything that we talked about, if you took it down to a 1/4, would be 2 points. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So if you kept it down to the 7, and I could have done that math, but anyway, if you kept it down to the 7/4 cups of things, that would only be 14 points. 14, that's not bad. And then you could add a roll. Maybe you could add a roll for 4 smart points. So that'd be, let's see, that would be 14, add a roll for 4, so that'd be 18 smart points. And then if you wanted like let's see, what else could you have then? So let's say if you had, I don't think 25 to 30 points for Thanksgiving is, I don't think that's unreasonable. I do not think that's unreasonable at all. And then you can have the exact same food that everybody else is having. So Margaret suggested making a Weight Watchers friendly treat. I wholeheartedly agree. But I'm telling you, there will be things at our Thanksgiving dinner that I am going to want. They are things that I only get to have once a year. And I'm going to have a little bit of them. So if I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 14 points in 1/4 cups of things, and then add that roll, that's 18 points. Then I could have, 18, 28. I could add a 1/2 slice of the pecan pie, and I'm sure, you remember, if I'm eating mindfully, so if I sit down, maybe sit down with a cup of coffee, and eat it one bite at a time. You know, take it slow. Take a bite of the pecan pie, set the fork down, take a sip of coffee, chit chat with someone, take a bite of the pecan pie, take a sip of coffee, sit down. You know, you can fit it in. So I personally do not think 25 to 30 points on Thanksgiving counted, if you want to count it, I don't think that's unreasonable. So your homework for this week was to do the one meal sitting down like a real human, having that. It doesn't have to be your Thanksgiving meal, but I would love to see what y'all come up with. And I'm sorry that we are going to probably wrap up a few minutes early, because I'm fading fast. So it's been a long day at the hospital. It was a long night last night waiting on her to get checked in the emergency room, because, you know, and I'm sorry if any of y'all work in an emergency room. I don't know if the goal is to have people spend half the night in the emergency room so that you can wait for a bed to free up the next day. I don't know. It just seems like that's the plan. Doesn't seem like anybody ever gets moved up to a room until in the middle of the night. Hers was like 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, the list of all the foods that I just mentioned is going to be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. They'll all be on there by tomorrow, because I'm probably going to go to bed soon. But they will be on there, and this video will be uploaded tomorrow, so you'll be able to go back and watch it if you need to go back through that. Also, I think it's chat number 47. I'm pretty sure this one is chat number 47. If you want to go back and see the paper plate where we did the paper plate last year. But again, I will link that. I'll link that on here. And I will try to give you all the link to the spoon. So that's a lot to remember. Maybe I'll take a few minutes and just jot all this down before we go to bed. But so to everyone who thinks that we always run past an hour, ha 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 ha. When I'm exhausted, we can finish up early, like 6 minutes early. But anyway, everybody have an awesome and blessed Thanksgiving, whether you're in the U.S. or not. I hope you have an awesome day. And let me see if I can get Dusty's attention. Dusty. No, he's worn out. He's not even going to come off the couch. So I'm just going to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. And I will give Nana all of the messages, because she loves hearing from you all. Yeah, and thank you. Just keep us in your thoughts and prayers. So everybody have an amazing Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. It's up here somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's up here somewhere. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.